What's goody? I'm Queen G22, Ninja Turtles gaming, geek stuff, and travel, and hello. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Future Redeemed. Hot damn. Before we get started in this, couple of points. One, this is not a thorough theory or thesis or any of that shit because ultimately, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think that I know, which is why I'm doing this video. I'm a little nervous because I'm definitely putting myself out there that I'm not sure what the hell. But that's why I'm doing this video, because I just love this series so much. And watching other YouTube videos when they're just really, you know, putting together their thesis and all this kind of stuff, I think I watched too many videos and now I might be confused on what the hell actually happened. But before I let you guys put in your comments, are you even a gamer? Yeah, I don't know anymore. I want to thank you guys because I posted my video on Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and I told you guys how much I love that story, and a lot of you, the polite ones, were like, you need to check out Future Redeemed. And I was like, wait, what? I had no idea that there was a DLC. I had no clue. So thank you for putting me onto that, which had me thinking, holy shit, there's other ones that I haven't played yet. Future Connected, which I believe is the DLC to Xenoblade Chronicles. And here's the funny part. I actually started Torna, but I started Torna after I beat Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I got bad information that was the second one, when really Torna is the DLC to the second one. So you can imagine when I started Torna, I was like, what the hell? So I didn't finish it. And I most definitely am looking forward to going back and playing Torna and Connected. My question is, will any of those help me where I'm at now? I'm sure there will be some fillers, right? But I'm not sure it'll help me because, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe Future Redeemed, this is the end of Klaus's saga, right? Klaus, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. The creator of this whole thing. It's over now, right? It's over. So I'm going to do what I did with my other Xenoblade Chronicles review, which is basically a Reader's Digest, where I'm telling you, yay, I liked it, or nay, not so much. And obviously you already know this is a huge yay. So let's get into it right now. On my Xenoblade Chronicles 3 video, I said, I need more. I need more. And hot damn, Future Redeemed is exactly what I was looking for, which is essentially the conclusion, right? It would be, I mean, my heart knows that we are concluded, but deep diving into this thing, because this story has layers, okay? It is layered so intensely and so brilliantly. Yeah, I don't know anymore. What I thought I knew, I didn't know. So before I tell you where I'm at mentally, let's just talk about a few things that I did enjoy that they added to Future Redeemed from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Characters. I'll be honest with you, I really didn't know who all the characters were until the end. Yeah, I know. Wow. I don't know. I think I get so involved in playing the game that I wasn't listening to all the cutscenes. So let's talk about the characters. There's Matthew, who I adore. Matthew. I love him so much. So Matthew... Oh, and I guess we should say this soon, or say this now. I'm assuming if you're watching this video that you played Future Redeemed, you know about Future Redeemed, or you don't care. Spoiler alert, because I'm gonna say some shit. Not a lot, but I'm gonna say some shit. So when I first saw Matthew, I thought Matthew was Noah's son, right? Because at one point we saw a scene where Noah appeared to be his only child, and then he went off into the distance. So I was like, oh my God, it's Noah's son. We're in the future, right? Future Redeemed. Comes to find out that Matthew, tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I'm pretty sure, is Noah's great-grandson, right? Great-grandson. Because, yes, Matthew's grandfather is a character in Future Redeemed. So we are a few generations out. We are deep into the future, right? Or are we? Okay, so there's Matthew, who I adore. Then we have A. I'll also keep it real with you. I thought A was a character from a different Xenoblades in the future. I was like, is this Mio's, generation? I mean, like, what? So A is, this is where I'm getting funny. Please go ahead and put it in the comments. That's what this video is for. So A is Alvin's, is it Alvin or Alvin? I think it's Alvin. Like another part of Alvin. So there's Alvin and then there's A, right? They're the same, but they're separate. Okay, so we learned that way later on, which I thought she was just, a descendant of another character. So you have those two. Then we come across these children. And I'll be honest, when I saw Glimmer, I was like, okay, she looks like Pyra, right? Maybe. And then there's Nickel. And Nickel is, he's adorable. He's a sweetheart. He's an engineer. And he's smart as hell, right? Little guy. So cute. So you have them. And by the way, I'm going to talk about classes. So Glimmer is a healer, which is something that you need. And A is also a healer. And then you've got Matthew. His class is he's an attacker. Okay. Then we come across the absolute most gorgeous Shulk and Rex, okay? I lost my mind seeing Shulk and Rex as adults. Maybe they were in Future Connected. No, I don't know. I haven't played it, but this was my first time seeing them as adults, and hot damn, they're gorgeous. But now I'm starting to get confused on the timeline. Like, where are we? When did Shulk and Rex, you see what I'm saying? You see why I'm confused. I played Definitive Edition when Shulk was just a young boy, and then I played Xenoblade 2 when Rex was just the cutest little sweetheart, and now he's a grown man. He's missing an eye and got this dark voice. He's beautiful. Same as Shulk. Shulk's missing an arm. He's got this long, beautiful hair, very confident, swagger. Okay, so we have those 6. These are the 6 new characters that are brought into Future Redeemed. My brain is trying to figure out the timeline of how this fits in with everyone. Mostly importantly, Noah, Mio, Taeon, Lance, and Uni, right? It's a lot. So we have new characters. And then speaking of the characters, like I always like to talk about, they're funny. Glimmer, and she's a little smart ass, right? So Glimmer gives off a vibe that she looks like Pyra, but she acts like Mithra. Am I right or am I right? I think I might be right. So does that mean that Rex is her daddy? I think Rex is her daddy and Pyra and Mithra are her mother? I don't know. I love this and how it's going, but I'm a little bit confused. I am. It is what it is. Okay, and so Nickel is Shulk's son, right? How cute is that? Am I right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm right. But so this is really cool that characters that we know have evolved, and then we're meeting these new characters, their children, and all of that. So, and humor is great. Rex is a badass. Y'all remember him in Xenoblade Chronicles 2? He was adorable. Now he is the man. He really is. So it was really cool seeing Rex like that. So we have 6 new characters. I like how in the DLC they added new battle techniques. So Xenoblade Chronicles 3, you could do this interlink thing with your Ouroboros, right? It's okay. My feelings won't be offended at all. If I said something that's incorrect, just put it in the comments because I genuinely really want to understand. So we don't have that technique in the DLC in Future Redeemed, but we do have some new techniques and some Ouroboros type moves without the interlinking. So that was cool. New features. So they also added ether lifts, which is a really nice add-on on helping you get to different places. You can shoot across to a different world. You can go hella high in the air or hella down, which kind of helps show how much the world, their world has evolved, right, into the future. So now they're using ether in different ways, even with travel, which is cool. You can't change your character's class. Remember before in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I said you could be a defender, an attacker, or a healer. These characters come with their classes, and those are the classes. They did add something very cool called affinity growth, which I enjoyed very, very much. So with affinity growth, you have these points, and you can take the points and you can basically add attributes to your character in order to enhance them, which is very, very nice, right? We always want to upgrade weapons in our characters and get them stronger and better. How do you get affinity growth points? You have to explore. This is a nice touch that Future Redeemed has added to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, where it really rewards you for exploring new places, new landmarks, beating a certain amount of creatures, finding a certain amount of plants. I think there's 6 different ways to increase your affinity growth, which is so awesome. So I really got lost, and just not lost in a bad way, how I've talked about getting lost. I mean lost mentally and just enjoying the game and exploring, because in the Xenoblade Chronicles 3, we all know at some point it got redundant, right? Just attacking creatures. But Future Redeemed actually rewards you for killing these creatures, because that is how you're going to get points, and these points are going to help you upgrade your character. I love it. Nice touch. As far as the difficulty, I did say in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, yes, I'm gonna say Xenoblade Chronicles quite a bit more. In Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I was saying how I felt that the game was moderately difficult. I played at the normal level, and for those of you that want to challenge yourself more and be focused more on the battle points, you could increase your difficulty. For those that are like me and really just want to play the game, have some moderate difficulty, and also just be able to enjoy the story, then you can play it on normal. Well, I will tell you, on Future Redeemed, I felt that the normal category did get really difficult for me towards the very end. The last 3 bosses, I had Nintendo telling me maybe you should consider dropping it down to easy. I was struggling, and I wasn't really quite sure why, because I was probably like 7 or 8 levels higher than the boss, but I know it had to do with weapon upgrades and getting the most out of my battles. So that really pushed me to understand the battle system fully, which I had a grasp on it, but I wasn't getting like full potential, right? Like, I know a lot of you guys, when you get to the max level where you get to choose all the characters, you guys are ending with like 6 million points. Well, I wasn't ending that high. I was probably getting like 900,000, and my best was like 1 million or 2 million points. And if you let the bosses keep at it for a little while, eventually they just destroy you, end you, and move on, right? So I thought the difficulty of this was right there, because it challenged me, and I'd be like right there before I finally beat him. So I wasn't getting frustrated. It made me want to keep going. That's what she said. Let's talk about the voice acting. So the voice acting is actually something that I didn't talk about in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I wish that I had, because it was perfect. It was spot on. I have not played a lot of Japanese games where the American voice actors kind of butchered, the voice acting. These voice actors were amazing. They were so great that I had to look them up and figure out who each voice actor was. They were phenomenal, perfection, and I did read and watch a few YouTube videos that a lot of them studied the Japanese voices, the original ones, so that they could sound similar to how the mouths were going for the characters. So if you are a gamer and that is something that you care about, because honestly, I didn't really know I cared about it until now, noticing that not every game has perfect voice acting. Well, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Future Redeemed, they did a fantastic job. This cast of voice actors is perfection. Music. Now, you know I love to talk about the music. So in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I said that the music was absolutely spot on. It hyped you up when the bosses were about to get at you, and it chilled you out when you needed to just relax and explore and just enjoy everything. Future Redeemed changed out a few music parts. They didn't change out all the music. We had a lot of the same music, but there were a few different places where the music was different and still absolutely fitting. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed the music in this game. It was just so mood setting perfectly. I really didn't know how detrimental good music was to a game, because remember, for a while I thought I was just a platformer gamer, right? You're just listening to the same shit through the levels. but the music in Future Redeemed was just, I can't say it was better than Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but the addition of the music selection that they chose was amazing. It was great. Okay, the real reason why I'm doing this video is because I am confused. I am confused, and I'm hoping that someone will straighten this out. Here's my problem. So I understand the ending of Future Redeemed. I understand why A sacrificed herself. Now Shulk and Rex, not so much. I don't understand. I mean, does A really need their help? Or is it simply because they could do that and they gave some of their life force, or all their life force, I guess, to their children? Am I correct? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Here is the other thing that just, once I was getting it, then I was like, okay, I'm not getting it. The founders, right? Do you guys remember the founders in Xenoblade Chronicles 3? So now we're backtracking. So if you go play that part of the founders and you come across the founders, there's 6 statues, 3 from each side, right? Obviously, one of the statues looks like Matthew. And when you read it, it sounds like Matthew, okay? And you look at another one. There's another statue that looks like Noelle or Nael, which, by the way, I'm not sure I mentioned her earlier. She does become a playable character and is Matthew's sister. And if you read her thing on the statue, it sounds like Nael, and it sounds like they are siblings, Matthew and Nael, which we know in Future Redeemed. Okay, then you have another statue that resembles Rex. And when you read the description, it sounds like Rex. It sounds like him. He's missing an eye. He's got this robust body and attitude. I mean, it's freaking Rex. And then this is where it starts to get a little funny. Then there's another statue, and it looks like Glimmer, right? Okay, it looks like Glimmer, except it said she was kind-hearted, which I don't know if she was really kind-hearted. She was kind of like a smart-ass, right? But okay, it looks just like Glimmer. Then you have another statue that kind of looks like Shulk. You read the description, it sounds like Shulk. He lost his arm in battle, blah, 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 blah. Then you have another statue. Honestly, when I first looked at it, I thought it was Taeyeon. But it sounds like it's a descendant of Shulk or related to Shulk. So that must mean it's Nickel, right? Okay, so if these 6 statues are the founders, who are the people that I played with in Future Redeemed, how are they also in the past? How are they the founders of the new? You see what I'm saying? I'm gone now. I was in the future, but now I feel like I'm backtracking because Noah and all of them were introduced to the statues of the founders, but I played the founders in the future. I'm done, okay? So I'm done. That's where I'm at. Let me know what the dude. I love it though. I love it. I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles X before you guys alerted me of Future Redeemed. I'm not going to go back to that, which I was enjoying it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to play Future Connected. Then I'm going to try Torna again. Then I will go back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. And now I'm wondering, do I need to play Xenosaga and Xenogears? I know they're not related, but I did watch a theory where they were thinking that some of the founders are related to players from Xenogears. You guys, this story is so well written and so in-depth, and I do feel concluded. I feel like it has come to an end, but I just enjoyed it so much. So if you are a gamer that just loves these freaking layered stories, Xenoblade Chronicles is definitely a series you need to get into. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this whole damn series? I'm Queen G22.